Throughout history, humanity has faced disasters so powerful, they left the world forever changed. But what really happened? And how did people survive? Stay tuned to uncover the shocking stories hidden in the past. In 1918, while the world was still recovering from the scars of the First World War, a far more invisible and deadly enemy emerged, the Spanish flu. Nearly one-third of the global population of about 500 million people were infected, and between 50 to 100 million lost their lives. Ironically, the pandemic did not begin in Spain. It earned its name because Spain, unlike the war-torn nations under censorship, openly reported its cases. And like ordinary influenza that mainly affects the elderly, this virus struck hardest at young adults. Their strong immune systems turned against them, triggering deadly reactions that could kill in just days. Sometimes. Within 24 hours, funerals could not keep up with the death toll, mass graves were dug, and mask mandates spread across cities. As fear gripped the world, beyond wars, beyond borders, an invisible enemy had united humanity in one shared fate. Europe and Asia faced one of the deadliest pandemics in human history, the Black Death. Originating in Central Asia, the disease traveled along trade routes, reaching the bustling cities of Europe by 1347. Within just a few years, it wiped out nearly a third of the European population. Entire towns were abandoned, streets were silent, and markets emptied as fear and death spread relentlessly. In Asia, the plague devastated communities along the Silk Road, affecting cities in China, India, and the Middle East. Trade slowed, economies collapsed, and the social fabric of societies was torn apart. Families were decimated, and mass graves became a grim reality across continents. The disease did not discriminate, it struck peasants and kings alike. Churches overflowed, and superstition and fear grew as people sought answers in a world that seemed suddenly fragile and uncontrollable. On the Indonesian island of Sumbawa, a magnificent mountain erupted before the eyes of humanity. Mount Tambora. The eruption didn't just affect the island, it shook the entire world. Millions of tons of ash and gas shot into the atmosphere, darkening the sky and blocking the sun. That year became known in history as the year without a summer. Temperatures dropped across Europe and America, crops failed, and millions faced famine. The power of the volcano was so immense that it shook the earth, altered the climate, and became a turning point in human history. Tambora, a stark reminder of nature's might and humanity's vulnerability.